Please share your thoughts and inspire us with some information on the light at the end of the tunnel. With these words, I have the honor and privilege to request you, sir, to please address us. Thank you.
All my dear respectable friends, we are facing a war against corona, and because of coronavirus we are facing a lot of problems. You are also facing the problem as a stakeholder, but country, not only country but the world is facing the problem because of coronavirus. So first of all our responsibility is to how we can win the war against coronavirus. The most important thing which I want to request you, first of all, we can win this war by taking preventive measures. First of all, it is to be mandatory now anywhere when we are moving on public place or anywhere, we should use mask. At the same time, every time we use sanitizer and soap for washing our hands. And the third thing is, we need to maintain the distance between the two persons at least by 1 meter. These are the most important thing where we need to fight against coronavirus. It is very important to take these preventive measures. The two important things which are related with you, government is of the opinion that we need to start industry as early as possible. But at the same time, we have to take the preventive measures that by starting the industry, we don't want to increase the number of coronavirus patients. That will be a great problem for the country. Well, so first of all, we have taken a decision now. Our national highways are now, all highways are clear. The traffic density is now coming up to 60 to 65, 70%. Ports are open. We are taking preventive measures that there will be no obstacle as far as the export and import, and at the same time ports are moving fast. Some of the ports we have taken it as a essential work, so we are taking lot of preventive measures that there will be no disturbances as far as the port export and import activities are concerned. The most important thing is how we are going to start the industry. That is the reason that government has given all power to the district collectors, and where we need to take the permission from him. But at the same time, we are issuing the guidelines and giving instruction to all concerning collectors that the industry, those who are ready to obey the guideline principle, where we are, because of that which we are preventing the coronavirus, that guiding principle, we have to think about the food and shelter. That is very important. Otherwise, if there is mob and if we cannot control them, we cannot discipline them, then it will again a problem to create spreading of coronavirus. So regarding these two things also, we are very cautious. I don't have exactly the answer of this question, but I am just given my open thought to you, whether it is possible to make any temporary tents in the factory area where we can see that there will be a housing and food and shelter accommodation for the labor we can give them, and by which we can make the smooth the work of industry, and we can also increase the production and we can start the work. The other thing is, we have to taken the preventive measures that every time medical checkup, there will be no spread of coronavirus. A lot of people are now making lot of research on it. The things are moving fast. Somewhere they are using that non-woven cloth for making of this, especially the dress that which already we are using in medical profession, doctors, nurses, even for the cleaning laborers. Everywhere we are using different type of woven cloth. I don't know whether it is possible for it, but at the same time this 1 meter distance is very important. So first of all, we are now taken a decision by taking preventive measures for stopping this coronavirus. At the same time, we can start our activities. So that is the first thing. We are find out the way out. The district, those who have very less number of patients of coronavirus, We have already taken decision to start the activities. Even like a city like Mumbai, Delhi, it is to be difficult. But the other part, the industrial area, which is quite, there is a distance from the city area where we can start it, then there is a problem for movement. So the majority of the labor, if they can coming by some public transport, then again we have to take the preventive measures. Then we have to start take the, if they have a two-wheeler and they can come, then again every time we have to take the preventive measures that there will be no spread out of any coronavirus. So these are the important things. The government intention is regularize the thing. We are issuing the guidelines. Somewhere situation is bad, somewhere the situation is good. But by and large, we are now moving towards that how we can make starting of our common life and common work of the industry. So the government is working on it with the cooperation of the state government, and we are all working on that. The most important thing is this coronavirus war is the first war, is the preliminary war. And after this war, we have to fight against the economic war, and that is very important. India is the fastest growing economy, but at the same time it is comparison with China is 2-3 times stronger than Indian economy. Now it is a problem and it is an opportunity for both the things are with us. Probably you know that the Japanese Prime Minister issued a statement and giving the package of $900 billion for the Japanese industry and the Japanese investor, those who have investment in China. If they want to replace it or anywhere in the world, the government is going to support by $900 billion package from the government for that. Here is a opportunity. I feel that it is blessing in disguise. So I always say that there are some people who convert problems into opportunities, and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problems. We should be very positive. We should be development oriented and workaholic, and this is the time that we can attract good investment from abroad. Just like Japan, America is also in the same mood. Now in the whole world, all the countries, they don't want to deal with China, but the China's costs are very less. So naturally we need to have compete the Chinese economy, Chinese product, and giving a good quality with a reasonable cost is a big challenge. And that is the reason that we need to reduce our logistic cost, power cost, capital cost, and that is ultimately going to reduce the production cost. The most important thing now, just 1 day, 2 days before, I have a discussion with my ministry. We are constantly monitoring all MSME's problem, industry's problem, situations, and we are moving towards the making the good policy by which that can be very much useful for you. The Reserve Bank, the banks, the Finance Ministry, and the concerning department, we are taking lot of decisions. Prime Minister has already declared the package of 1,80,000 crore. But at the same time, Reserve Bank also taken a lot of good decisions. Still, we are finding out the solutions. We are observing the situation. We are all with the industry. We are supporting industry. And the government know that without industry, without capital investment, we will not increase the employment potential. And without creating employment potential, we will not resolve the problem of poverty. And that is the one of the reason that we need to create more jobs. I am basically responsible for MSME, small scale industries, village industries, and particularly industries related with the rural agriculture and tribal area. Now our village industries turnover for last year was 75,000 crores. This year our target was 1 lakh crore. I don't know what is to be exactly the position. But next 2 years, we have decided to make this target for 5 lakh crores in the rural area. We need to have more concentration on the tribal, agriculture and rural area. The 115 aspirant districts. The country needs decentralization of industry. I am giving you an example. Now we are making 22 green express highway. For example, I am giving an example of we are making express highway between Mumbai to Delhi. That highway starts from Sona, nearer to Gurgaon, and coming to Savai Madhopur, Alwar, Jhabua, Ratlam, coming to Vadodara to Mumbai. This highway is going to reduce the distance between Mumbai to Delhi by 220 kilometers. And the most interesting thing related with this highway is, it is with the backward and tribal area of Rajasthan, Haryana, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. So basically we have already saving 16,000 crore on land acquisition. Our land acquisition rate coming to this area is approximately 20 lakhs rupees per acre, 10 to 20 lakhs rupees per acre. So now the rate, the land rate anywhere is 1 crore, 2 crore rupees per acre. So this is the backward area, tribal area. So the idea is now we can make industrial clusters there. We can make the clusters for different material, for leather, for suppose taking a industry, shoe industry. Our turnover is 1,45,000 crore and our export is of 45 to 55,000 crores and domestic market is 85,000 crore. So I suggest all the people that you come, we can make a smart city, we can make a smart village, we can acquire 10,000 acre of land from NHI and we can make joint venture with the industrial cluster with the people like you, and we can make the availability of land, power, water as well as connectivity and transport for port and airport and railway station, everything. And we can make their smart city also near to that smart village for residential accommodation. So this is, we are going to reduce the logistic cost, transport cost, even we can try our level best to how we can reduce the power cost, and at the same time we can reduce the other cost. The labor cost is cheaper. So my suggestion is thinking about new industrial clusters near to NHI, National Highway. I am going to offer you. We can acquire the land and we can make a joint venture with the industries and we can make that a smart city and the clusters. We can make the cluster near to the port. So this is the idea, new idea which is evolved. So again, after coronavirus, against this war, we are planning for making of roadside amenities, 2,000 roadside amenities. We are now planning to start bus port in the 2,000 bus port, just like airport in the country. Then we are making of at least 2,000 logistic parks near to National Highway. And this year we have 30 kilometer of highway per day. Now our planning is to make it 2 times, 3 times more. So now in this situation, we need to increase the liquidity into the market. So government had decided to increase the investment in infrastructure to make it 2 times, 3 times more in railway, aviation, shipping, ports, inland waterways, road sectors, all type of power, all type of infrastructure. We need to make more investment in it, and government is seriously planning on that. And that is where we have also decided to, whatever the claims and bill pending of the contractors with the government, we will make it clear as early as possible. We have conciliation committee, we have arbitrators, somewhere the judges are there. I requested them to you take more time. After completing 5 o'clock, you go to 2 years, 2 hours more. And we have 288 pending cases, out of which 40 is already clear. Don't go for the court. Before the court, in this committee, we will decide the cases and we will see that the contractor will get their money back, whatever the reasonable amount decided by in arbitration. So government pending dues are also we are giving, and the same instruction from the Prime Minister is already to all concerning department. There is one of the big problem that MSME has got lot of payment is defaulting with the major industries, with the state government, with the central government, state government undertaking, central government undertaking, and many central government. So we are now, I have suggested already to my department to find out a scheme for 1 lakh crore, 2 lakh crore, where we can find out that when there is a pending of the bill, we can reimburse that amount, and that will interest cost. That will be probably, we will find out some solution. Some of the cost will be bared by the government, some of the cost will be bared by the industry, some of the cost bared by the supplier, and we will take the guarantee for that, and the MSME will get the payment. Somewhere we are find out that scheme, we are working on it. So that can be a good relief to the MSME. At the same time, my suggestion is now You don't be nervous. Don't be in negative mood. We should have a positive mood, positive attitude, and having a courage to fight this war. I always remember the example of American President Richard Nixon. When he was in problem because of Watergate, he written his autobiography, and there was a very famous sentence from him that which is always inspired to me. His statement was that man is not finished when he is defeated, but is finished when he quits. युद्ध भूमि पर हारने के बाद कोई समाप्त नहीं होता, जो युद्ध भूमि छोड़कर भाग जाता है तब वो समाप्त होता है. We have to fight against this war. We have to convert these problems into opportunities. ये आपत्ति नहीं है, ये इष्टापत्ति है, और we will taking it as a blessing in disguise, and we need to increase our export. We need to find out the solution for import substitute. Now we have taken a decision. Already I instructed to my department to appoint a consultant where we are going to publish a book that what are the last 3 years, what are the imports in India, and how we can helpful to industry who can make import substitute. Just I am giving an example. We have got this plastic bottle, but we don't have that pump. We don't have that. Now I am giving you the example of Morbi. Once upon a time, all tiles was actually imported from China. But the Morbi has taken an example and they increased their production, and because of huge production they reduced the cost. So their rate, that time they reduced the rate, and now no one is taking tiles from China. Now India is self-sufficient, and now we are exporting the tiles. So everywhere we need to think our vision of making huge turnover, huge production, and reducing the cost, and making a competitive product without compromise with the quality, and adopting new technology, new innovation, new research. That is very important. The innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology and research is our basic strength, and this is named as knowledge, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the vision. So we need to adopt the new technology by which we can make good quality and we can reduce the cost, and we have to increase our export. So government want to support you. Government is positive. Even we have also advising the banking system. But you understand one thing, the central government is facing the economic problem, the state government is facing the economic problem, and at the same time our banking sector is also facing the problem. So this is the position where we need to find out the sustainability for all. We need to find out the exact equilibrium where we have to protect the banks, we have to protect the industry, and we have to protect the interest of the people by and large. So where we are with you, we will find out the way out. We need to have a courage to fight this war, and I am confident this is blessing in disguise. Whatever the hatred about China everywhere in the world, which I am seeing everywhere, this is a strength for India. This is the strength and opportunity for Indian industry. And here we need to take the advantage of this and to start the industry, to increase the productivity, adopting the new technology, reducing the cost, increase the export and reducing the imports, and making Indian economy strong. I know that the ground level we are all facing acute problems. I know the situation is not very good, even because before coronavirus also the industry was facing the problem. But in this situation, with the cooperation of all stakeholders, the state government, central government, departments, and with the industry, with the laborers, all stakeholders, we take the cooperation from all of them. We will formulate a team concept. I am giving an example of mathematics. The A person work A square and B person B square, comes to A square plus B square. But in the equation where A plus B bracket square equal to A square plus B square plus twice AB, and this twice AB is a result of collective team spirit. So we need cooperation, coordination and communication between all stakeholders, including government, including department, including banks, and including industry, including the labor unions. And we need to fix our target, and I am confident that we have got the all potential that we can become a super economic power in the world. We will take it as an opportunity and we will go ahead. First preliminary thing is we have to win the war against corona. The second thing, probably this phase I am going to expect it within 15-20 days. This phase will be coming to be it will be reduced, and after that we have to start this war, the economic war, and where your role is very important. The government is with you. We will all support you, and we will definitely, with your cooperation, we will target our goal, and at the same time we will resolve your problems related with the government, related with the banks, anywhere which are the problem you are facing. We are with you, and we will find out the solutions. I am very much positive about it. I am very much confident, and I am confident that with the cooperation of all of you, we will be in position to definitely going to achieve to win this war. Once again, I am giving my all best wishes to all of you. I am giving my special thanks that in the situation you are facing, the coronavirus, the economic problem, still your fighting spirit is very good, and I am very much confident that we will win this war. Thank you very much. Whatever the questions from your side, I will try my level best to answer the question of your queries. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
मंत्री जी, आपका उद्बोधन हम लोगों के लिए बहुत उत्साहवर्धक है, और निश्चित भारत सरकार, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और व्यापार जगत सब मिलकर हम कोरोना को फाइट आउट कर कर इकोनॉमी को जरूर वापस ट्रैक पर लाएंगे। किंतु अभी हमारे साथ समस्या क्या है कि हम क्राइसिस को मीट कर रहे हैं। इस पीरियड में अगर उद्योग मर जाएगा तो हम कहीं के भी नहीं रहेंगे। हमारे कुछ प्रश्न हैं। मैं सबसे पहले श्री राकेश जी शाह को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो अपना प्रश्न पेश करें।
नमस्कार मंत्री जी। मंत्री जी, मैं एमएसएमई को लेके 3 सुझाव देना चाहता हूं। इस डिफिकल्ट टाइम्स में एमएसएमई सरवाइव करे। एक तो एमएसएमई का जो डेफिनेशन है, जो क्राइटेरिया है, इनको हमें जल्द से जल्द बदली करना चाहिए। ये 7 साल से पेंडिंग चल रहा है। दूसरा, एमएसएमई का जो इंटरेस्ट
एक मिनट, ये 8 मिनट, ये एमएसएमई की डेफिनेशन का मैंने फाइनल कर दिया है। इट इज़ ओनली फॉर द अप्रूवल ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर। उनका मुझे क्लियरेंस मिल जाएगा 8-10 दिन में, मैं इसको बढ़ा कर दूंगा। ये हो जाएगा आपका प्रॉब्लम।
धन्यवाद सर। दूसरा सुझाव है कि ये जो इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन स्कीम है एमएसएमई की, इसको हम जल्द से जल्द अनाउंस करें। और इंटरेस्ट से रिलेटेड है जो ये मॉरेटोरियम दिया गया है इंडस्ट्री को, ये इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट का, एमएसएमई के लिए इसको वेवर देना चाहिए। जो बड़े छोटे उद्योग है, लॉकडाउन पीरियड के लिए वेवर दे रहे हैं। थैंक यू सर।
सजन जी, सजन भजन का।
हाँ, नमस्कार गडकरी जी। अभी ये जो मतलब कारखाने खोलने की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, उसके अंदर जब तक बाजार नहीं खुलेगा, कारखाने खोल के उनको आगे चला नहीं पाएंगे। क्योंकि कई कारखाने होते हैं, जैसे सीमेंट का है, तो सीमेंट में माल बना के रखने की व्यवस्था नहीं होती है, उसको बाजार में ही पहुंचाना पड़ेगा। वहां कोई बैग में पैकिंग होने के बाद में स्टोरेज का कहीं भी कोई प्रोविजन नहीं होता है। उसी तरह
शुरू होते
सारी इंडस्ट्रीज के अंदर बाजार में माल जाना पड़ेगा, तो ये साइमल्टेनियस होगा। हम लोगों को बाजार खोलने का भी, जो चारों तरफ सब बंद है, उसको भी जल्दी से जल्दी खोलना पड़ेगा, तभी इंडस्ट्री खुल सकती है।
पर ऑलरेडी
मेरा यही सुझाव।
NHI में सीमेंट पर भी प्रोक्योर कर रहे हैं, हमने सब काम शुरू कर दिए हैं इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के। केवल शहर के अंदर जो रियल इस्टेट के काम है वो शुरू करने में शहर के अंदर कोरोना धीरे धीरे सरकार सब शुरू कर रहा है, मार्केट भी शुरू कर रहे हैं। इसेंशियल कमोडिटी, फ्रूट, वेजिटेबल का क्लियर हुआ, एडिबल ऑयल का क्लियर हुआ है। धीरे इंडस्ट्री को हमने रेगुलाइज करते हुए शुरू किया है और धीरे धीरे ये संख्या बढ़ रही है। आपका सुझाव बराबर है, पर एकदम शहर के अंदर बड़े बाजार खुलने से ये वायरस का संक्रमण हो सकता है, वो थोड़ी सी चिंता है। तो उसका कोई वे आउट सुनकर हम लोग कोई ई मार्केटिंग टाइप सिस्टम तैयार करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। लेट अस, योर सजेशन इज वैलिड, वी विल थिंक ऑन इट।
थैंक यू।
रमेश महेश्वरी।
Respected sir, I am Ramesh Maheshwari. I am running a SME industry in Bengal, and I found that RBI has given some guidelines to provide additional liquidity to the industry. But whenever we are talking to the banks, and especially the private banks, they are still in two minds. They say that the government has to give some kind of a directive because we are also responsible to somebody. So you are already aware that it was a year ending. The SMEs have spent all their money, whatever they had, by paying the liability of the labor, statutory dues.
Has increased the working capital by 20%.
No money. And on the top of this, the debtors are also not paying the timely payments. So they are left with no money. So our request is to give some kind of a directive to the bankers to provide additional funding to tide over this liquidity problem so that they can survive and continue. And at the end of the day, they will be paying all the money. But if they do not provide the fund, the industry will suffer heavily and they may be having more NPS. So, sir, you have to look into this.
The 20% working capital limit is increased. State Bank has already issued the order, but there was some problem related to the documentation because the registrar office was closed. So also in Government of Maharashtra, the Chief Secretary, I request him, he issued the order, and now the State Bank has increased the 20% working capital limit. For other banks, if there is a problem, my suggestion is kindly name the bank and send it to email to my private secretary in Delhi. His name is Raj Gopal Sharma. I will immediately make the follow up with the Finance Ministry and bank, and we will make it that as early as possible it will be clear.
Thank you, sir. But the government is really doing a wonderful job in providing the last mile people, because we are connected with some organization. The ration and money is going to one and all. So salute to your government, sir.
Okay.
I request Mukti Gupta. Mukti. Anish is
Hello, my question is actually जो फूड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया है, बहुत अच्छा गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से फूड पैकेज निकला है एंड वो बहुत सभी स्टेट को फूड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया दे भी रहा है, लेकिन ग्राउंड लेवल पे स्पेशली बंगाल में हमारे पास काफ़ी इंक्वायरी आ रही है कि बहुत जगह पे राशन दुकान में राशन नहीं मिल रहा है लोगों को। सो मैंने माई गव इंडिया साइट पे भी सजेस्ट किया था कि कुछ अगर इसके लिए कुछ स्पेशल हेल्पलाइंस निकाले जाएं जिससे कि जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने पैकेज अनाउंस किया है वो सब तक पहुंचे। सो इसका अगर कुछ हो सकता है तो।
कि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट आपकी और भारत सरकार में संबंध कैसे है, और स्टेट हमने डिक्लेयर कर दिया है, फूड भी दे दिया है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को करना है। तो कुछ महाराष्ट्र ने कुछ अलग निर्णय किया, अब ममता जी ने क्या किया मुझे पता नहीं है। तो देयर इज़ ए प्रॉब्लम, पर वो थोड़ा सा अगर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट मटेरियल दे रही है तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने उसको अपने दुकानों के द्वारा बांटना, इतना ही है, वो सब स्टेट में ये शुरू है। बट दिस आर द प्रॉब्लम विद द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट। थोड़ा सा हम लोग भी ममता जी को कुछ कहने का मैं देखता हूँ, मेरी संबंध है उनसे, तो मैं भी उनसे बात करके देखूँगा। आप भी थोड़ा आप कहते हो मैडम ये बांटिए गरीबों को, ऐसा करके कुछ परस्यू करिए स्टेट में, तो हो जाएगा।
मिस्टर मिलन दे। Mr. Milan De.
Sir, probably he is not there. Sir, you can forward.
Okay. Mr. Anil Saraugi.
नमस्ते मंत्री जी।
सर जी।
ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंडरटेकिंग की जितनी कंपनीज हैं PSUs, उनमें कई कंपनियां इंसॉल्वेंसी के अंदर, NCLT के अंदर फाइल कर रही है, जिससे जितने प्राइवेट बिजनेसमैन हैं उनका रुपया गवर्नमेंट कंपनियों में ही डूब रहा है। इस विषय में आपका ध्यान आकर्षण करना चाहूँगा कि हम लोग सरकारी कंपनियों में सेफ्टी के लिए माल देते हैं, लेकिन वहाँ पर भी अगर ये चीज़ रहेगी तो हम लोग कहाँ जाएंगे।
जैसे गवर्नमेंट में जो भी गवर्नमेंट ओन 100% कंपनी है, जैसे BSNL की बात आई थी, तो गवर्नमेंट उनके ड्यूज़ देने की बात कर रही है और गवर्नमेंट उसके ड्यूज़ देंगी। मुझे लगता है 100% गवर्नमेंट ओन कंपनी। बाकी जो NCLT में प्राइवेट कंपनी जा रही है उसकी कहानी थोड़ी अलग है, पर गवर्नमेंट ओन कंपनी में हमारी कोशिश यही है कि हम लोग उसमें जितना पैसा बाहर लोगों का देना है वो देंगे।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू। मिस्टर रवि मित्तल।
वेरी गुड। हेलो सर।
रमेश जी नेक्स्ट को दे दीजिए।
हाँ मिस्टर जी, आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है। सर RK गुप्ता, आपका एक बार मैं आपको दोबारा चांस दूंगा, अभी आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है। मिस्टर RK गुप्ता।
नमस्कार मंत्री महोदय। मंत्री महोदय जी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं बड़ा सौभाग्यशाली अपने आप को फील कर रहा हूं कि मैं पावरफुल एंड सक्सेसफुल मिनिस्टर से बात कर रहा हूं। मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि होटल इंडस्ट्री एंड हॉस्पिटल इंडस्ट्री बड़े स्ट्रेस में चल रही है। इसके लिए गवर्नमेंट एक तो क्या काम कर रही है इसको आगे ठीक करने के लिए। दूसरा मेरा ये, गवर्नमेंट सरकार ने ये कहा है कि आपको सब एम्प्लॉय की सैलरी देनी पड़ेगी। जब इंडस्ट्री में पैसा नहीं रहेगा या बैलेंस शीट नेगेटिव है तो उसमें सैलरी कैसे दी जाएगी, उसका थोड़ा सा जारी करना चाहते हैं।
गवर्नमेंट ने ESI के बारे में कुछ निर्णय कर रही है और केवल एक इंडस्ट्री करके नहीं, सबके साथ हम लोग हैं। वी आर ट्राइंग आवर लेवल बेस्ट टू फाइंड आउट द वे आउट्स। मुझे लगता है होटल्स वगैरह, रेस्टोरेंट्स वगैरह अभी हम लोग एक 15 दिन के अंदर हम इसको शुरू कर पाएंगे। बैंकों ने वर्किंग कैपिटल के बारे में 20% इंक्रीज़ करके दिया है। बाद में जो बैंक के पैसे देने थे मंथली, उसको 3 महीने का वो भी बैच सहित वो भी आगे बढ़ाया है। सरकार और भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स पैकेजेस जो भी दे सकती है उसके ऊपर माइन्यूटली वर्क कर रही है। जितना संभव होगा उतना करेंगे और हम सब लोग दोनों मिलकर इस आपत्ति के साथ बाहर निकलकर हमारा लाइफ रूटीन करके हम आगे जाएंगे। ये मैं आपको विश्वास के साथ बताना चाहता हूँ।
Mr. Adarsh Tulsian from auto industry. Adarsh Tulsian.